الرحيم قل هذه سبيلي أدعو إلى الله على بصيرة أنا ومن اتبعني وسبحان الله وما أنا من المشركين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructs Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to say, Qul, say, and he said to the mushrikeen, the kuffar, Hadihi sabili, this is my way, Ad'u ila Allah, I call towards Allah. All the Prophet's mission in the dunya was to call towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, call towards Tawheed, call towards bowing down before the Creator and not bowing down before the creation. The call towards submitting to the will of Allah, the call towards Jannah, the call towards the pleasure of Allah, the call towards the purpose of life. One is necessity of life, one is purpose of life. Necessity of life is eat, drink. That is necessity of life. We need to eat, we need to drink, we need to work. These are necessities of life, but these are not the purpose of life. Purpose is different. Purpose is the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Recognize our Creator and worship Him and live our lives in such a manner which is pleasing to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A call towards Allah ala basiratin, with insight. Ana wa man ittaba'ani, as well as those who follow me. Subhanallah, Allah is pure. وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ, and I am not from those who ascribe partners to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Such should be the quality of the believers, that they do not allow any doubts to creep in their minds and are prepared to reply conclusively to any objections that the kuffar may arise. So whatever they raise the objections, we need to be able to reply conclusively. That means we need to equip ourselves, prepare ourselves with adequate knowledge of Islam in order to answer the questions and objections raised by the mushrikeen, by the kuffar, by the non-believers. Whether it's regarding the oneness of Allah, Tawheed, whether it's regarding risalat and prophethood, whether it's regarding the day of judgment, hereafter, life after death. All these answers we should have ready. So any objections raised by the kuffar, we are able to answer them. Further on, Allah Ta'ala makes a mention, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِن قَبْلِكَ إِلَّا رِجَالًا نُوحِي إِلَيْهِم مِّنْ أَهْلِ الْقُرَىٰ. All the messengers that we sent before you were men from various cities, to whom we have sent revelation. Of all the various and futile objections raised by the mushrikeen, when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam preached to them, was that they demanded that the Nabi should be an angel. Why should he be a human being? In reply to this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, all the messengers that were sent before Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam were also men from various cities to whom we have sent revelations. So even it was a system of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the sunnah of Allah that whenever He came to send prophets, it was in human beings, not angels. Right from the time of Hazrat Adam alayhi salatu was salam. And the reason that all the Anbiya were humans was that they were sent to preach and teach human beings. And it is only human beings will be able to understand the human being's language. And not everything the angels were able to implement and receive. Plus, all the prophets were able to speak the language of the human beings as well. And they possess the same understanding and temperaments of humans. Angels being a different creation altogether, actually it will be difficult. First of all, angels, they have no temptations, they have no desires. They have no desires, they only do what Allah Ta'ala commands them to do, that's it. So therefore they're a complete different creation. That's why Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala did not deem appropriate to send angels as prophets, but Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala sent human beings as prophets. This verse is addressed to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, so as to inform him that the nations of all the previous Anbiya also raised the same objections. So it's nothing new. If you are getting objections from the kuffar and the mushrikeen, nothing new. All the previous prophets that came, the mushrikeen used to object as well. Even in this zamana, you get objections, criticism, why this, why that, why do you have to believe in this? It's nothing new. Islamophobia is going on right from the beginning. Islamophobia right from the beginning. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructed the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you are seeing the mushrikeen objecting in their majority numbers. Don't be overwhelmed. Don't be overwhelmed. Just be patient. Just as the previous prophets, there were also patience. Hazrat Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, as we mentioned earlier, he did tabligh for subhanAllah 950 years. And only 80 people accepted. 950 years and only 80 people accept. Because me and you give the sack. You ain't done anything. No impact. Got no one following what's happening, what they're doing. Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, 950, only 8. Allah did not sack him. Why? It's because the only thing a person can do is convey the message. Ya ayyuhar rusul, balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik. For them to come on the right path, that is only in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tabligh is compulsory. But hidayah is not in the hands of me and you, not in the hands of the prophets. But it's not in the hands of the prophets, not in me and you as well. Hidayah is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why, time and time again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will console the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that yes, you are seeing that all your efforts and they're not accepting, don't worry. At the time I was a Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, they did not accept as well. Many did not accept. Previous other prophets, they did not accept. Instead of not accepting, but they even plotted and schemed to assassinate, to drive you out of your city, out of your town. So if they do that to you, there's nothing new. It's happened before. It's happened before. But Allah will give the message. What you need to do is just convey the message. That is it. You conveyed the message, you have done your duty. If they don't listen after, in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes even in our environment, people are going bad, what the ulama are doing, what the scholars are doing. Well, if you notice, every day on the mimbar, there's talks being made. Talks, speeches, lectures, dars, durus, special workshops, special topics. What is that? That is all tabligh. One is the tabligh that the tabligh jamaat do, that is also tabligh. And the dars, tadris, bayan, lectures, speeches, courses, that is also tabligh. Conveying the true message of Allah, the true message of Islam. Then if after that people are not ready to accept, not ready to come, not ready to take heed, not ready to take a lesson, not ready to understand a broader meaning of Islam, then that is their fault. That is their fault. The ulama and the scholars will not be responsible for that. If they do not convey the message, when they see gунah taking place, sins are being committed, wrongs are being done, zulm is being done right in front of our eyes, and we do not speak up, then yes, we'll be accountable. We'll be accountable. Anyone will be accountable. But if they are speaking up, they are conveying the message from the mimbar, from the pulpit, from the dars, from the lectures, from the courses, then it is the public, meaning me and you, it is our responsibility to take heed, we learn, and we rectify ourselves. That is the most important thing. If we do not rectify ourselves, then we only have ourselves to blame. Then we should think to ourselves, maybe I am deprived of hidayah and guidance, because hidayah is in the hands of Allah, and I'm still not going towards the right path. That means I am deprived of hidayat. Allah, when a person is deprived of hidayat, Allahu Akbar, then no one can actually bring him to the right path. No one. مَنْ يَهْدِ اللَّهُ فَلَا مُضِلَّ لَهُ وَمَنْ يُضْلِلْهُ فَلَا هَادِيَ لَهُ مَنْ يَهْدِ اللَّهُ فَلَا مُضِلَّ لَهُ. That person whom Allah guides and gives hidayah, no one can lead that person astray. कोई उसको गुमराह नहीं कर सकता. وَمَنْ يُضْلِلْهُ فَلَا هَادِيَ لَهُ. And that person whom Allah leads astray, no one can guide him. What does that mean? That means even that big lecturer, that talker, that motivator, that scholar, even his speech is not going to have impact on that person. Because he's deprived of hidayah by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So hidayah is in the hands of Allah. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in various verses of the Qur'an Kareem instructs Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. O Prophet of Allah, you cannot give hidayah to who you wish, only Allah gives hidayah to whoever He wishes. But we should always make dua for hidayah and guidance. That's our Kabir, Mashayikh, Walis of Allah, big scholars, and it's to always teach us du'as, and the du'as always consist of this dua, Allahumma hdini, Allahumma hdini, Allahumma hdini. Oh Allah, grant me hidayah, grant me hidayah, grant us hidayah, grant us all hidayah and guidance. Because it is only Allah alone who can grant us hidayah. Not the scholar, not the alim, not the teacher, not the prophet, not the wali of Allah. They can only convey the message, but hidayah is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So here again in these verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is comforting Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, consoling him. They're not listening. Time and time again you give the tabligh, you convey the message, but you've done your duty. So don't worry about it. You're not going to be held responsible because they have not come on the right path. You, as long as you convey the message. بَلِّغْ مَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ مِنْ رَبِّكَ. Convey the message, that which has been revealed to you. That is the most important thing. And then after that, once you convey the message, what do we need to do? Then you make dua to Allah Ta'ala. Oh Allah, I've done what I could according to my capability. Oh Allah, grant them hidayah. Grant me hidayah. Grant me the nur of Qur'an, the nur of hadith, the nur of Islam. All we can do is make dua after that. There's nothing else we can do. Further on, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, أَفَلَمْ يَسِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ فَيَنْظُرُوا كَيْفَ كَانَ عَاقِبَةُ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. Have these people not traveled in the lands and seen what was the outcome of those before them? Here Allah addresses people at large, telling them that if they saw that was the plight, what was the plight of the destroyed nations of the past, Allah Akbar. And those nations that were destroyed by Allah, punished by Allah, they rejected the ta'aleem and the tabligh of the anbiya, of the prophets, of the messengers. And not only that, they started taunting them, ridiculing them, mocking them. See how Allah Ta'ala punished those nations. And the whole nations were punished. Whole of the nation. Is due to the barakah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah promised Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that due to you, O Prophet of Allah, O Muhammad, I'm not going to destroy your whole nation. I'm not going to destroy your whole nation. Yes, punishment will come time and time again to certain people, certain groups of people, whatever. But the whole nation of Prophet will be destroyed all at once. That will never happen. It happened in the previous, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is again giving us a lesson here. Can remember what has happened in the past. Those who are obedient, then bear this in mind. Allah's pakar, Allah's azab, Allah's punishment is very severe. What we need to do, we need to live a life of obedience. And challenges will come. The challenges will come such to test our iman. It's easy now we're performing salah, easy, regular, mashallah. But when tests come, then to put our name on the forefront, to ready to safeguard iman and Islam, that is not easy. That is not easy. And these times will come. That's why we need to really strengthen our iman. Sit in durus, sit in dars al-Qur'an, dars al-Hadith, listen to the lectures, sit in the company of ulama and mashayikh. It strengthens our iman. It gives us a better view of the hereafter, and we learn so much as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala further on mentions, وَلَدَارُ الْآخِرَةِ خَيْرٌ لِلَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا. Indeed, the home of the hereafter is best for those who adopt taqwa. The pleasures of the hereafter are reserved for those who abstain from evil and carry out all the faraiz, wajibat, mustahabbat. So if you want the pleasures of the hereafter, as for those people whose hearts are not focused on the dunya, not engrossed on the dunya, but the hearts, subhanAllah, always focus on the hereafter. And for them, the faraiz, the salah, the ibadat, the wajib, the sunan, the mustahabbat, there is a priority. Any opportunity they get to do a good deed, they do not let it go. And these blessings are far superior to transitory ones of this world, which actually distract a person from Allah and from doing good deeds. Then Allah Ta'ala makes a mention, أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ, do you not understand? Do you not understand? And people seem not to understand that the everlasting blessings of the hereafter are much better than the temporary ones of this world. Why do we understand? Allah time and time again reminds us, why are you going after the temporary world? Why are you going after the temporary success? Your priority should be the permanent success, permanent happiness, permanent joy, eternal happiness. Why are you giving priority to temporary happiness and shutting Iman away, rejecting Iman, rejecting Islam, rejecting obedience to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all for the petty gains of this world? And regarding this world, Allah mentions, mata'un qaleel, will only benefit for a short while. Yes, you may have a good life, easy life, chilling life, relaxing life, but it's only for a short while. Is it really worth it? Soon as time comes, the curtain closes. Yesterday the World Cup was on, curtain closed. Now back to normal. Similarly, it's all a lesson that happiness only for a while, and then slowly curtain closes. That's why Allah is reminding us, even in the dunya, everything we see, there's an example for us. That satisfaction, that happiness, that joy is temporary. Few moments. And then it all ends. Then back to normal. Whereas we're looking for that eternal happiness, eternal joy, eternal bliss that never ends. This dunya is very short. Even the joys of the dunya are very short. So let not give priority to the pleasures of this world, to the pleasures of the hereafter. At one time we were teenagers, then we get old, and then we get 20, then we get 30, then we get 50, then we get 70, and then we know our time is now coming close to depart from this world. This is a lesson from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So may Allah Ta'ala give us a tawfiq that before our curtain closes, we're able to understand and see the reality of this life and the reality of the hereafter. And that's the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the messengers and the prophets time and time again to remind people. Soon as people were off track, Allah sent messengers and prophets. Soon as people went off track, Allah sent prophets and messengers. And because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the final Nabi, final prophet, after him no Nabi to come, it is our responsibility as well. It's our responsibility to continue giving the message. Don't worry whether people come or not, whether people are attracted or not. Main important thing is keep on continue giving the message. Because Allah Ta'ala rewards us on the effort we make, not on the outcome. Allah does not reward us for the outcome. Allah rewards on the effort that is made. Hazrat Nuh alayhi salam made effort for over 950 years. The reward and ajr for Nuh alayhi salam is for that 950 years, not for those only 80 that came. No. So similarly, what we have to do right until death comes to us, continue doing tabligh, continue conveying the message of Allah, continue being obedient to ourselves as well, and let's not forget ourselves. Let it not be that we recite the Qur'an, we convey the message of the Qur'an, and we ourselves are forgetting ourselves. That's why it's very important, when these programs are organized for bayan, talk, we also sit as well. Sometimes we organize it, but we don't sit ourselves. So it defeats object, doesn't make sense. That means it's only for other people, we don't need to sit. Remember, we have to sit with this intention, I am also in need of this. I am muhtaj of this. I need the ta'lim of Qur'an. I need the ta'lim of hadith. It's for my betterment, for my hereafter. That's the most important. If we sit with that intention, indeed it will have an effect. If we sit with that intention, I've organized, I've done it, I'm doing it, I'll do it, and I'll sit down. No. Somebody else, if you have other commitments, that's a different issue. Anyway, alhamdulillah, we're in our winter holidays now, alhamdulillah. And these are the holidays where, mashallah, we see many youngsters go out in Jamaat as well, go out in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may Allah ta'ala accept them as well. At the same time, alhamdulillah, we have winter holiday program here as well. So this Saturday, we have a special winter youth program, right from Zuhr Salah, right until Isha, alhamdulillah. From Zuhr to Asr, alhamdulillah, Maulana Usama Sahib will be giving a lecture as well, speech will be upstairs for the younger children, alhamdulillah. And then from Asr to Maghrib, Maulana Esakjee Sahib and myself, we brief lecture between Asr and Maghrib, very blessed time, barakah. At that time, spending in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, listening to the words of Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then after Maghrib, there'll be a tea break, and during that tea break will be more informal sort of a question-answer session as well. So in a relaxed atmosphere, relaxed environment, it'll be a great opportunity for us to ask questions to the ulama. I'll be there, many other ulama will be there as well. And then inshallah, after Isha Salah, our final speech, special guest Maulana Sufi Sahib of Darul Blackman, inshallah, will be here. The whole topic of this youth program will be from kidulthood to adulthood, from childhood to adulthood, the different phases of our lives that we go through. In those phases, how we can protect our iman and our Islam, and how can we be obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many of the topics related to this, inshallah, will be discussed. May Allah, and there'll be food, inshallah, after the program. I request all brothers to humbly participate, convey the message, and we also participate as well, with the intention that I am in need of this as well. I am muhtaj of this as well. I need to be in the company of the ulama and the mashayikh and the walis of Allah, so that inshallah I can derive the benefit from that scholar, and at the same time I can live my life pleasing Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah give us the tawfiq. Subhanallah bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.